In the morning, my bank app glowed red. Balance 450,000. A message buzzed right after. Thanks for the house and the car, Mom. Enjoy your empty account. I stared at the screen. No panic, no screaming, just a slow, deliberate smile. Because my dear daughter had no idea who that card really belonged to. She wasn't always my enemy. When she was little, she was my shadow. Her hand in mine, her laugh bouncing through the kitchen. I worked double shifts so she could have ballet shoes, books, birthday parties with balloons that scraped the ceiling. Every sacrifice, I told myself, was an investment in her future. But somewhere along the way, she stopped seeing me as mother. She saw me as prey. The lies started small. A borrowed 20 never returned. Missing jewelry she swore she hadn't touched. Then, bigger things. A sudden taste for luxury she couldn't afford. I told myself she was just reckless, young, that she'd grow out of it. But parasites don't grow out of hunger. They only learn how to feed better. Her pattern became obvious. Always circling money. Always watching my accounts a little too closely. I began to notice my mail shifted. My statements opened. Corners bent where her nails had pried the envelope. The final betrayal came quietly. She forged my name on transfer papers. Moved everything. Clean sweep. She thought she had gutted me. But what she didn't know was that I'd been expecting it. The first time I caught her trying to siphon funds, I didn't confront her. I restructured everything, quietly, patiently. The account she thought held my life's savings wasn't mine. It was a decoy. A business account under a corporation name tied not to me, but to an attorney who owed me favors. Every transfer she made, every withdrawal, left a trail, legal evidence with her fingerprints all over it. Meanwhile, my real wealth, retirement, property deeds, securities, sat locked in trusts she didn't even know existed. She thought she was taking me for $500,000. What she really took was bait. So when she sent that smug little message, I didn't reply. I let silence answer. Because the next day, she was the one crying at my door. It was fast, faster than even I anticipated. Her account had been frozen by the bank before she could touch a cent. Fraud alerts, legal notices, red flags flashing everywhere. The car dealership called, the realtor called, even her so-called friends called, demanding explanations. And then she remembered the only person she could run to was the woman she thought she'd destroyed. Her eyes were swollen when I opened the door. "Mom, please, it's all a mistake. They're saying I could go to prison. They're saying I stole." I let her speak. Let her tremble. Let her choke on the word stole. Then I tilted my head. You did. The confrontation was simple but precise. I laid the folder on the table between us, copies of every forged signature, every transfer slip, every time-stamped login from her devices. The evidence wasn't just strong, it was irrefutable. Her face collapsed as she flipped each page. "You set me up," she whispered. "No," I said, calm, "you set yourself up. I just made sure the mirror was clear when you finally looked into it." That was the climax. The moment she realized she wasn't the hunter, she was the trap's prey. And I was done playing the victim. The police didn't need convincing. The bank's fraud unit was already moving. She begged me to intervene, to call it off, to save her like I always had. But motherhood doesn't mean martyrdom, and love without respect is just slavery. So I let her drown in the consequences she'd poured for herself. When the gavel finally came down weeks later, she was ordered to repay every cent. The court saw through her crocodile tears, her excuses. The forged signatures sealed her fate. Her so-called victory had become a prison sentence with my name scratched out of it. She thought she had stolen my future. Instead, she erased her own. Do I regret it? Not a second. I gave her everything once. My sweat, my time, my trust. She gambled it all away. So when she tried to rob me of the one thing I still had, my dignity, I decided to show her that betrayal has a cost, a real invoice. And unlike her, I knew how to collect. Now I sit in the same kitchen where she used to laugh, the same house she thought she'd claimed. My accounts are untouched, my life intact, hers shattered. And the silence she left behind is worth more than any balance sheet. She wanted the house, the car, the money. What she really gave me was freedom. Because the day she cried at my door was the day I realized I didn't lose a daughter. I lost a thief. And I gained peace.